Hello, guys. Welcome back. Everybody was talking on the radio this morning about finding ways to feel good. And for musicians, they play music. And, for these DJs that play the classical music, they either also play music or they like to listen to other musicians or they have a podcast. What really helps me is sometimes for it might be an hour or 2 hours in the morning. I get up and I put this microphone on and I put this video on and I record myself as if I'm making a video and I say exactly what I'm thinking. And then I delete it before any other human being can ever see it. And sometimes it takes a couple of hours because depending on everything that's built up inside you, because let's face it, most of us let our meditation time go, you have a lot to get out. And, both Loki and Lucifer have been working at me and saying, why the hell are you watching the news? You know they're intentionally winding you up. You know they're intentionally getting you upset because they know the more upset and off balance they can get you, the more they'll have you addicted, have their hooks in you. And they have a point. Unless at this point it's something factual you need to know to keep yourself or your family safe, it's nothing you have to watch. Don't sit there and watch it, even if you agree with it, even if it's something that is your political slant. Don't sit there and watch it because it will just get you pissed off at whoever they think the enemy is. And there's usually nothing you can do about these people. At this point, I think nature's just going to take its course because whether you use science or whatever you use, people are just going to, at this point, are going to do what they want to do. And nature's going to take its course. Do I agree with that? No, I think we should have common sense and be rational and listen to science, but that has not worked in this country since its founding, and it's not going to work now. And I got upset about it, and Loki said, there's nothing you can do. He understands I'm upset, especially when children are involved, or especially when the elderly are involved, and people say horrible things like acceptable losses. There are no acceptable losses. Despite what El Presidente thinks, this isn't an actual fucking war, okay? We are being beset by a plague. We're being killed by a virus that isn't even self-aware. You can't fight a war against an enemy that's not even aware of its own existence. It's a plague, but nobody wants to use that word because it sounds sad and people die in plagues. Well, of course they do. And it's to me, it's not acceptable to say, okay, we're going to sacrifice so many people, a known amount of people, so that we can get the economy restored. And that's what I shouted about for 3 hours today, 2 hours, 3 hours, but it didn't help. It didn't change anything. It didn't save one life. So eventually, after I had my spastic fox fit, yeah, I got that right. Loki picked me up. And he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, not really. There's still some rage and anger inside. He goes, of course, you're one of mine. And he said, but, it doesn't change. It doesn't change letting yourself get that angry and upset. It's okay to get angry and upset when you see wrong things going on, but unless you can change it, like unless you can then go say right to the governor, or right to the senator, right to the president and say, hey, this isn't acceptable that you're saying so many old people, so many young people can die. And it wasn't even the president saying it. It was just dumbasses Phil and Oz. And I find it hard to believe they're doctors of anything. Dr. Feelgood is a more legitimate doctor than they are. And I'm going, yeah, back there. There's no acceptable death rate, and that's what I was really upset about, especially children. There was a game, by the way, the game I told you guys the other day that we're not going to play, even though it's not free. Basically, it said that demons prey on children, and people who prey on children are connected to demons, and obviously the demons got very upset by that because it's not true. Christians like to blame all their problems and all their bad behavior on, and I'm sorry, but this is true, on the devil, on demons. They don't want to take accountability for their own actions, which as pagans we know we have to. If I do something bad or horrible, that was me doing it. It wasn't Loki or Odin or anyone else influencing me. It was me doing it. If a Christian does something bad, that is not the devil or any demon, no matter what they want to believe, influencing them. That's their animal nature taking over and being horrible and doing rotten things, but that's what we have to fight against. We can be proud and glory in being animals and use it responsibly, or we can do really horrible fucking terrible things with it. So it's something we have to keep a lock on, especially now that animal inside is clawing and wants to get loose and wants to attack all the other animals that are doing things they don't like. And you can't let that happen. We can't descend into anarchy. It sounds fun, but people get hurt. So, we figured we'd make you something. I'm sorry you didn't get. It was going to be an epic video, I swear to the gods, this morning, but I had too much of that anger to get out of me, and it just rages forward in torrents until you get it all out of you. And there's nothing you can do except for try to get it out in a constructive manner. So, make a video, write a song, listen to music, play a video game. If it's safe for you to exercise somewhere where you're not going to be infected by other people, like exercise in your apartment or something, do whatever it takes to get the angry out. That song that Mr. Rogers sang about pounding clay or painting or, singing a song or something. Just get the mad out that you feel and do it in a constructive way. Don't scream into a microphone for 2 hours. I wish now, looking back, I'm like, I wish I could have done something better because I made bad life choices. My second bad life choice this morning was I got hangry because I really don't eat a good breakfast, and then I go on to try to work sometimes. I ate burnt chili that I dumped sugar and milk powder and peanut butter into. Oh, 1 second, that's my delivery. Oh, sorry about that. Got my groceries put away. Blueberry waffle cereal. I'm sure it's super nutritious. But, as I was eating that nasty um, chili, I did get one thing out of it, that I'm watching the news and they're saying actually, they keep updating how do you keep safe shopping, how do you keep safe doing everything else. They're actually telling people do not wipe stuff down. The risk of this stuff, passing on, you don't have to wipe down all your packages. And especially if there's going to be a case of poisoning yourself for chemicals, you can actually calm down. Most stuff is actually, they're finding out, lower risk than they thought it was. So that was a big relief to me. They're like, the packages, you'll be fine. It's very low risk. You don't have to wipe everything down with alcohol and all this other products. And they're saying, if 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 you feel safe, you can go ahead and ease up on that. So I feel really good because I really haven't been wiping down anything. I will open a box, I will put my groceries away, and then I figure I just won't touch them for a while, and then I, clean my hands. But they're saying you actually can calm down on that. The risk, at least that way, is a lot lower than they thought it was. Is still the getting coughed on, is the, getting coughed on or being out and touching something with your gloved hands, even gloved hands, and then touching your eyes or your nose or something. That's what they're still talking about. So, at least I got that, and that calmed me down because that took a huge stressor off of me. So every time the mail arrives, I don't have to freak out. They're like, it's actually really low risk. And it made me feel better. We don't have to be wiping down everything, so that helped me calm down. But the thing of it was that, you have to get that angry out, or that frustration, or that fear, or whatever emotion you're working on, and getting out in a constructive way. And it just took a couple hours for me today, unfortunately. I wanted to be able to go first thing this morning, and now it's going to be 1 o'clock, and I'm still not quite wrapping up yet. But sometimes, you have to get that out of the way, get that emotion out of the way before you can go forward and do anything productive with your life, which is, I guess, today's lesson. And Loki's back there like, mm-hmm. Oh, so blueberry cereal. So I am going to listen to the gods. There's only like a bowl's worth of chili left. They were actually pleading with me to please throw that away. Don't try to eat it. I tried to fix it last night, and I just made it horrible, and I burned it, and I ate an angry bowl of chili this morning, and it's down in my tummy being an angry bowl of chili. So they're like, please, for the love of us, just, there's like maybe a bowl's worth left. You're not sinning. It's not edible. Gods only know how you managed to get that one bowl you did eat down. I actually ate a bowl of burnt chili last night, a bowl of burnt chili today, and they're like, no, it's okay. You just got food in. Nobody expects you to eat burnt food because there's no rescuing it. With my low eyesight, I mistook burnt part for something else, and I mixed it into the chili, so there's no rescuing it. It's bad. I tried milk powder and I tried everything else, and it's okay, but then it tastes like you're eating sugary cereal, and chili should not taste like sugary cereal. So, what are you gonna do? Sometimes, you know, we plan for stuff and it doesn't go exactly the way we wanted, but thankfully we're in a place where I can take the burnt stuff and just scrape it off into the garbage and we'll pretend I didn't make a mistake. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.